Hello, let's play a bunch of New York Times games, but first we reveal our dad joke of the day. How many tickles does it take to make an octopus laugh? 10 tickles. All right, and I do not have a dad joke for tomorrow, so if you are a member, feel free to leave a comment with your favorite dad joke, and whether you're a member or not, feel free to upvote the ones you like, and I will feature that tomorrow. And speaking of members, I would like to thank the following, quite a few, who have renewed for a new month. Thank you to Sonalita for 2 months as a super supporter. Thank you for your support. That is the highest support tier at $25 a month, so that is quite substantial. Thank you to JR Mack, Andrew Powers, Marimax, Nine Iron Shore, Bailey Anase, and It's Me Flamey for another month as a video early access tier. All right, well, let's start with connections. We're finding 4 groups of 4. We've got Splash, Salty Dog, Raw, Bitter Melon, Soursop, Drop, Skipper, Sweetheart, Swab, Chayote, what is that? Plea, Dab, Durian, Big, Tar, and Touch. Okay, some things that I'm a little unsure of. I don't know what bitter melon would refer to. I understand what the 2 words are, but is it a specific thing? I don't know. Like a kind of melon, maybe. Soursop, like something in the back of my mind makes me think it's some kind of soup, but I don't actually know what it is. Chayote, coyote, I don't know what that is. It sounds like coyote. It's not how you spell coyote, though. But is it like coyote plus a letter, maybe? And then durian isn't that really smelly fruit? Am I remembering the right one? It's like a fruit that has this like really distinctive smell to it. I think so. All right. So that's what I've got. This makes me think of like egg drop soup. Okay, let's investigate this coyote plus a letter thing. Have we like added a letter to some other animals? Is kind of the question. Skipper, Sweetheart, Swab. I don't know. Plea? It's P with an L. I'm not convinced that's it. It's unfortunately. Not seeing any others. You'd at least think I'd see one other if there were 4 of them. So I just don't know what that is. Dab. A dab and a drop. Just a small amount of something, a touch of it. Maybe a swab. Are there more appropriate ones than swab? So I'm not completely convinced. You know, I think it might be, so let's just try that. Ooh, it was one away. Darn it. What would be what's the 5th? Durian, big, tar, plea. A splash. I'm going to say not swab then, splash. I don't like chasing one-aways, but I do think swab didn't really fit. All right, a little bit. Okay. What does swab go with then? Bitter melon. I mean, if these are kinds of melons, we could have the durian and the bitter melon. I don't know the other melons. Is like Sweetheart a melon? Yeah, I don't know enough about melons, I guess. Raw. What are we doing with raw? Are we talking about personalities? Like someone's a salty dog, they're raw. Does that mean that you're just like kind of difficult to get along with? Skipper is a nautical term, and I would think salty dog would be a nautical term as well. So I'm not sure. Skipper is a kind of boat, isn't it? Like gets you from the main ship to shore, something like that. I wish I knew what half of these things were. A plea, like a plea deal. You're asking for something. It's a plea. You're begging. I don't know. Like, what are we doing with plea? The only phrase I can think of with plea is plea deal. So we're like blanket deal. I'm just not seeing other blank deals, so I don't think it is. Big deal? A big deal, a plea deal. Are there other deals? Tar deal, bitter melon deal? I don't think so. Sweetheart deal? If those are things, I haven't heard of them. Swab deal. Why are there two blank deals? I don't know. Could be a coincidence. All right. I don't know what salty dog actually means, but it sounds nautical to me. Why does coyote have an H in it? What does it mean when it's like that? I'm worried that I just don't know enough about these things to be able to finish this one, but we're going to try our best. Big tar. Swab is usually an action, or it's the action or the thing you do to make the action. Like you take a swab of something, or it's the swab that you take the swab with. I don't know what that would have anything to do with any of these other ones. Car companies with a letter changed. Sob. Can you imagine? This is reminiscent of Toyota, but no, there's no way. Let's see. Are we just like starting with seasoning, like salt? Starts with salt. This starts with sour. Kind of tastes, starting with tastes. This starts with sweet. This starts with bitter. Maybe that's all it is. So sour, salty, sweet, and bitter. Nope. Okay, maybe it's not even a rainbow herring though, because I have yellow already. It just wasn't one away. Okay, that's unfortunate. So what are we doing with this then? I mean, two of them have to go together because otherwise it would be one of each color. we already have yellow used, so I don't know which two to go together or what color it would be, but two of these go together. Sweetheart, sour sop. We know that three don't go together. Okay, well, I don't know what to do with that. Salty dog. Skipper. I feel like people have called their kids Skipper, like as a nickname, like Skipper as a nickname, but I don't really see other nicknames. What else could it be? Plea, raw, tar. Durian. I feel like we're melons then, but I don't know what the melons are. Is coyote a melon? Who knows? I don't know what to do here. Oh, raw deal. Sorry. Plea deal, raw deal, and big deal. Come on, what's the fourth blank deal? Sour sop deal. I'm going to say each one and see if any of it makes sense. A sour sop deal, a salty dog deal, a skipper deal, a sweetheart deal, a swab deal, a coyote deal, if that's even how you say that, a durian deal, a tar deal, and a bitter melon deal. I have not heard any of those phrases before. I have heard big deal, plea deal, and raw deal. So I guess those three go together, but I don't know the fourth. I've not heard whatever that fourth. I mean, if someone said it was a bitter melon deal, I mean, I've heard of like a bitter deal, so I'd assume it was the same kind of thing. A deal you're bitter about. I don't know. Something like that. A tar deal, maybe? Sour sop deal? Salty dog deal? I have no idea. Sweetheart deal? A deal you make with your sweetheart? I don't know. Sweetheart ends in heart. I mean, okay, so if it's blank deal, that's our purple. I don't think we have another like ends with or uses the letters of. unfortunately, I don't know what the fourth deal is, and I only have one mistake left that I can like throw out, so I don't really necessarily want to do it on this. What else can? So what else exists here? What are we doing with swab? 'Cause I don't think it's swab deal. Bitter melon. All I can think of is durian and bitter melon are kinds of melons because this has literally has the melon in the name. So we have melons and we have blank deal. So what's the other one? I highly doubt salty dog is either of them. So what are we doing with salty dog? Like I feel like we just have kind of nautical terms maybe. Like isn't there the term swab the deck, or am I thinking of some other word? I'm not even sure. And skipper is a nautical term. So would it be soursop? Would it be coyote? Coyote? I don't know what that is. I'm just gonna call it coyote from now on. Soursop, coyote, tar. Like they use tar on ships. None of these really relate, other than maybe being just things that are nautical related. But I guess I could try this one. Use my last mistake on this. Okay, sailor. They're all just terms for a sailor. Okay. They all felt nautical-ish to me, so it makes sense. But yeah, I wasn't going to tell you that that was the category. That was green, though. All right, so big deal, plea deal, raw deal. Which of these is least likely to be a melon? Maybe this one. Let's see if this is a deal. That's one away. So that must be a melon. So is it sweetheart deal or soursop deal? I refuse to Google which one of these are melons. I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but I don't want to deal with the comments of people who are soursops about me Googling words. I think the feeling of losing is not as bad as the feeling of having to wake every time I open the app, having more messages of people telling me I'm the worst person who ever existed for Googling what one word means. Soursop, coyote. So it wasn't coyote. So what's the other deal? Is it a sweetheart deal, a bitter melon deal, a soursop deal? It would be kind of funny if there's 4 melons and none of them are bitter melon. See, the problem, I just don't know. I think it's literally a 1 in 3 chance here. I just know the durian is a melon. What if it was durian deal? Right? I don't know. I don't even know if the other category is melons because I don't know if any of these are actually melons. I'm going to be honest. I think they're trying to trick us with bitter melon, but I don't know for sure. Like, is bitter melon really a melon? Maybe. Would sweetheart be a melon? Would soursop be a melon? I've never eaten any of these melons, if any of them are a melon. Maybe they're not melons at all. Never heard bitter melon deal. Never heard sweetheart deal. Never heard soursop deal. I wonder if one of them is like a poker term. Okay, I just got to pick one. I'm gonna go with the kind of meta of they included melons and then put in a melon red herring. Nope, that wasn't it. Okay. What were these actually? Tropical fruits and vegetables. The bitter melon, the coyote, the durian, and the soursop. And it's a sweetheart deal. Okay, I don't know what a sweetheart deal is. Let's look. Sweetheart deal. An unusually advantageous agreement, often one that is unfair, secret, and obtained through personal connections or influence rather than open competition. Okay. Yeah, I just didn't know enough about any, like, there were too many words I didn't know what they meant. And like I said, I'd rather lose than have to deal with my audience, certain members of my audience. So there you go. I hope you're happy. Let's difficulty. I mean, this is such crazy trivia. This is an insane amount of trivia here. The only thing, yellow is the only one that's not trivia. So I'm going to give this a 3.5 out of 5. And I think we've got a very low solve rate again today. I think we've got a 50% solve rate. Let's find out. Dog with an anchor as a mouth. That's fun. They gave it 3 out of 5. Okay, I think that's too low. Let's see. 58%. Okay. Yeah, I'm a unique snowflake. Interesting. So, of the people who won, remember that this is only of the people who won, half of them got blue first. So that makes the game so much easier. If you know these tropical fruits and vegetables, then you're good. Easy game. At least easier. But yeah. Okay. Second evens out a bit. People aren't getting the deals. Ever is a lot of people are getting nothing actually. I guess more people know these fruits and vegetables than I thought, and that helped increase the solve rate. But losing games, we got 11% getting nothing, 9% getting only blue, 7% getting only yellow. So it seems like yellow blue are the common ones. My yellow green is uncommon, and then losing. Okay, I've literally not heard of anything except the durian of these four. Okay. I'm not the only one who tried to put swab in with yellow. I'm not the only one who tried the starts with a taste flavor words. Putting sweetheart in with green. I'm not sure what that one is trying to do. Maybe just thinking it's nicknames. Yeah, no descriptions for the ones where I was just guessing. All right. This is what people are guessing first. So blue first, 31%. It's the kind of trivia that a lot of people are going to know, and that makes it easy. But if you don't know the trivia, like me, and there's too many of the words that you don't know are related to that trivia, it's just an impossible category without Googling. I wonder how many people do look up words and connections. I feel like it's not all that bad to look up words that you don't know. So like if you look up bitter melon and soursop and KOD and durian and you go, oh, those are all fruits, like you put them together and you just move on. But if you're kind of person who doesn't want to look things up and you don't know those things, then it's literally impossible. All right. And I didn't know what a sweetheart deal was, so I couldn't get purple instead. People are doing a lot of one-aways on yellow. Putting swab in with yellow is extremely common. Green first. And then a lot of people are trying the starts with taste first. So a lot of mistakes first in this one, which does make it harder. All right. Well, how'd you do? Hello, let's do pips for Saturday, November 22nd. We'll start with the easy. Okay, we only have a singular 6. Let's put it with here. Oh, no, yeah, so I have a 1 that can go into here, and I have a 1 that can go, we have to throw away that one. And then we've got the 2 blank, and then we've got the 2, 3. All right, perfect, 18 seconds. Let's move on to the medium. Ooh, okay, 5 goes in there. How many 5s do we have? We have a 5, 3 and a 5, 4. Do we have another 4? We don't have another 4, so this has to be the 5, 3. Then we've got 3 into something that we have a lot of. I think it's the 6. Then the 6, 6 goes somewhere. It has to go here because we can't do the vertical. If it goes in here at all. We're going to throw out a 4 or a blank. I don't think it matters which one we throw out. Let's see. So what's here? The 2s maybe? We could do like a 2, 2. We're going to have a domino here and a domino here. So greater than 6, we could do 2, 3, And then we could do, I don't know, just throw out this 5-4 in some order. This may not be right, but then, no, I mean, this seems to work out just fine. 1-1-1 is less than 4. All right, cool. Just kind of vibed my way through it. I don't think there was a whole lot of logic there other than placement of dominoes. And just like looking at like, it looks like we got a lot of 6s. It looks like we got some 2s. You know, I think the less than 4 I could have thought of as being probably a 1-1-1. But anyway, how do you do? Hello, let's do the hard pips for Saturday, November 22nd. All right, it says 14 today, as expected. Which side should we start on? 14 and 3 is pretty big. Like 4, 5, 6 is 15. So I wonder if one of these is like a 4, 4, 6. How many 4s do I have, though? I only have 3 4s, and one of them has to go in here. And I don't have a 4, 6, so let's see. What if it was here, though? Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe over here is easier? This uses up 3 of our 1s. How many 1s do we have? We have a 1, 1, 1, a 1, 2, 1, 3, and a 1, 5. This one, since we don't have a 1, 4, this one actually goes into the equal cage. So we need to use either the 2, 3... Sorry, the 1, 2, 3, or 5 as our equal cage. It's not going to be the 1. 2, 3, or 5. 5 seems reasonable. Let's go with 5 for now. So that's a 5. And then this one just throws away something. I don't know which one. But we do have a 5, 5, which is why I thought it was reasonable. And it can't go here, though. Ooh, so actually, having the double doesn't help us here. Because this 4 needs to go into it. So what do we have that's... Yeah, we do have a 4, 5. So we have a 5, 2, which I think would have to go like this. And then we have the 2, 1. And then we have the 5, 5. Or the 5 blank. Maybe I'll save the 5, 5 for over here. Let's put the 5 blank here. And then I need to throw out a 1, 1 or a 1, 3. I'm not sure which one. So over here, I need to use a 4. This is the only 4 left. It's going to go like that. And so now these two need to add to 10. So I think the 5, 5 works. Now, it needs to be a double. So we'll use the double 1 here. Then we'll use 12 here. So this just needs to be a 2. And then we throw out the 1, 3, and we're good. All right. Yeah, I think starting on the left side was key on that one. I don't know how I would have solved the right first. But, I mean, I guess this needed to be a double. This needed to be a double, which... Well, this one didn't need to be double, sorry. But this one had to be a double, so I might have been able to figure something out related to that, but maybe not. All right, cool. Well, how'd you do? Hello, let's do the mini crossword for Saturday, November 22nd. This one's the big one. Let's play. Moves over in one seat. I don't know what they mean. Capital of Taiwan, Taipei? Is that how do you spell Taipei, actually? Is it like that? I think it might be like that. Blank bee, a busy bee. No, doesn't fit. In the style of Allah. Device with a keypad that's typed on discreetly for short. Like pin. Do they want pin? Because I don't think pin is a device. All right, I don't know. Another blank bee. Okay. Family Guy baby. That's Stewie. Sings in the Alps. Yodels. All right. Like some clams and freshly cleaned shirts. Steamed. What an online meeting invite gets added to for short. The cal, your calendar. Vinegar's counterpart. Salt and vinegar? I don't know what we want there. Morphine and oil. Oil, sorry. Oil and vinegar. Came to me. Morphine and codeine for 1 are opiates. Sorry, for 2. First inning in extra innings. I'm not sure. Greek S. I don't know. Full of back talk. Sassy. Allegory of the cave philosophers, Plato. Wonderstruck feeling, awe. Nothing, nil. Moves over in one seat, scoots over. spelling bee, device with a keypad that's typed on discreetly. I still don't know. Blank bee, Samantha bee. First comedian, right? First inning in extra innings, the 10th. Greek S is sigma. All right. I should have known that from math. Just wasn't coming to me, so I skipped it. And the ATM is the device with a keypad that's typed in discreetly. Oh, right. You type your PIN into the ATM. Makes sense. I just didn't think that way. I was thinking of the keypad itself, but yeah, they said it had a keypad, not that it was the keypad. So it makes sense. All right, cool. Well, how'd you do? Let's do strands. Today's theme is Ivy League. So are these the Ivy League schools like Harvard and such, or are we talking about something else? I mean, it generally has to be real words, so I doubt it's that. Are these kinds of ivy? I do not know my ivies at all, so that would make this very difficult. I see the beginning of beautiful or beauty, but I don't know how to continue it. We have bulb here. I keep seeing the word gold, but we can't actually make gold here. So what are we actually doing here? There's Q. So QU, is it SQU or is it just QU on its own? We have square. Worth a shot. Squeak. No, we need to use the R in that case. See how it isolates the R? R wouldn't be part of a word. I might have to start with a hint on this one. Let's find more words. I don't think I can think of a single ivy. There's poison ivy. That's all I know. I don't see poison. Okay. Soggle. I'm not finding a lot of like just regular words. We have take here and taker. All right. Let's grab a hint. Bears? Are these like sport teams for the Ivy League schools? Because if so, I'm gonna have trouble. I saw bull here. Do we have the word sport? Yes, we have sport team. Okay, we have sports team. Okay. Tigers. Lions. Are they all just beasts? Crimson. It's probably Harvard. Squark. What the heck? What's a squark? What is this? Bulldogs. Okay. And Quakers. Is that UPenn? All right. Anyway, I guess so. How'd you do? Hello. Today's bonus game is Quordle. It's a Merriam-Webster. It actually originally wasn't Merriam-Webster, but they bought it. And so it's a Merriam-Webster hosted game. And you solve 4 Wordles at once, but the trick is you have to keep guessing. You guess one word on all 4 grids. So I'm going to start with a very strong start here. I'm going to start with least. All right. So you do not have to play this way, and it's smarter not to, but I like to challenge myself. I like to add little challenges for myself. I think that it's fun. It makes me think more. Where I will only guess a word that could be the answer to one of the 4 grids. Now I'm allowed to jump between the grids, but I do try to stick to that. It's just kind of a fun hard mode for me. Now I like to target either one of 2 things. If I think that one of the grids is down to exactly one word, I will guess it. Otherwise, I will try to use the grid that has the least information, like this yellow E, which allows me to gain the most information from the next guess. So for example, I could try ending in E here, or I could try an ER word to see if I'm in that kind of trap. Maybe I should do an ER word in this case. So what's a good ER word? Like an OER? I'm trying to think if I can do an NER here, but I'm not actually seeing, like donor is not spelled that way. Goner, maybe. I don't mind the G too much. Let's try it. All right, it's not an ER. And in fact, we haven't gotten any new letters on that, right? Always good to check the other ones. So like here on the bottom left, it's EGET. The only word I can think of that does that is beget. So we're just going to guess beget. And there we go. So we got beget correct, and that got us a B for free because we always had to guess beget as one of our go words. If you think about it, the last 4 guesses have to be the correct answers at the very least. All right, so there's no B. So top right, we still don't know where the E goes, but we know there's only one E, the top right. In fact, all of them have 1 or 0 E's. All right, so where are we going to put this E? Maybe in the middle. Whatever's going to get me the best other letters. So we've done all of the high value letters, like the tier 1 letters. Tier 2, we can introduce P, C, H, are kind of the big ones. So we can try to use, like, do a CHE word. I don't think we're going to get a P if we do that. But check repeats the C. I don't really want to do that. Is there some other alternative that does something similar? No S. I want new letters. I'm not seeing a CHE, so let's find another strategy. Is there like a double vowel I can do? Like get the U or the I, like an IE word? With the letters that I want to use, I don't think so. Check would not be great. Let's look at this top left word. We have the A and T in place. There's an N somewhere. It makes me think A and T. So I could guess chant and just hope for the best. It's not really aligned with my strategy, but it's a gamble that chant would be our answer. So let's try it. Okay, chant was not, so I lost the gamble. In the top right where it does start with CH, it has to be CH. Oh no, I didn't do E at the end, actually. I forgot that I didn't do E at the end. Oh, so there were a lot of options then, because I forgot that E could still be at the end. But what is this bottom left word? It has a C in it. Enact? No, there's not 2 E. Oh no, there is an E. Oh, I completely messed that up. It couldn't have been chant because we needed to use the E. I might have been able to think of enact, maybe. Anyway, top left is enact. What's this bottom right doing? Let's take a look. It's probably one of these RA words. Maybe. Put an N at the end. Something like AIN, but grain and brain are gone. Drain, then. It might be something like drain. Let's give it a shot. It's not. Okay. There is an I top right and a D. So it's CH. It's chide. Okay. I didn't really follow my strategy today, but I think I'm okay. Can I figure out what this bottom right word is? We have RA something N. That's all that. Okay. I think that's all the clues. Prawn is an option. Like a shrimp. I think it's prawn. Okay. Well, I still won, so we're fine. I did break my own rule though. I don't oh my gosh, just let me look at my game. All right. I don't think chant was possible for any of them at that point, so chant broke my rule. But I don't think it was all that bad. I think it was a mistake more than anything. I was already thinking of starting with CH up here. So I made 2 mistakes. One is the guessing the chant, and then the other mistake was not realizing I could still end in E. Because I had thought earlier, oh, let me try ending with E. I mean, but then I guessed goner, which didn't end in E, because I thought maybe I should figure out if any of them were ER first. Anyway, cool. Well, let me know how you did. We are going to spin the wheel to see what we're going to play tomorrow. All right, shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Let's give it a spin. All right, Veronicap's suggestion of Worldle. This is not Wordle, this is Worldle. It is the game where it shows you the shape of a country, and you need to guess it, and then it has a gazillion follow-ups about that country, like guess the neighbors, guess the flag, guess the coat of arms, things like that. All right, and so if you'd like to play along, then play Worldle tomorrow. I include a link in the description. And that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. There is a link at the end of the video if you want to watch Wordle. There is also a pinned comment with all of the games I played today. And if you enjoyed this, why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.